Hey guys, it's Kirk at Willie's. Today we're going to talk about a really fun restoration job that came into the shop. This is a 68 Les Paul Goldtop. Those of you in the know that Les Pauls were discontinued in 61. Late 68, they decided, I think people want these. It's a beautiful patina on the finish. Now this guitar had a couple challenges, which is kind of common with vintage Gibsons. This one had been refretted at some point in time with kind of a jumbo size fret, at least 55 thousandths of an inch tall. Whoever had done the work didn't do the best job leveling, so we ran this through the shop to level, round, polish, edge the frets to make that play much better. But there was one other issue that is very common. Gibson bridges, these ABR ones, they're prone to collapsing. So ideally this should be flat on the top. You can see the daylight poking through there. There's about 40 thousandths of an inch at least of a scoop out that's happening on this bridge. You could try and cut the saddles lower on the outer strings because you need to match the radius of the fretboard to get ideal playability. As this collapses, it essentially flattens the strings, making the middle strings either too low or the high strings too high. So the best choice for this, if you actually want to play the guitar, put this original bridge in the case, and we installed a new Gibson bridge that has not collapsed. So now we have our arc back, so our action can be proper, and now the thing plays like a son of a gun. So bring your vintage guitar into Willie's if you need some of this common restoration work done. We do it all the time, and we do it well. One more thing. So with these frets, when it came in, as players bend and play a lot of chords down in the lower areas, it starts to either indent under the string or flatten the top of the fret. This guitar also had a couple low frets. So to deal with all that, a long sanding beam is employed to level all of those frets so they're all the same height. You also need to keep in mind the radius, so you're not just making a flat board. So once you have everything level, then we take a rounding file, very specialty tool, and you use that to redo the crown of the fret. You want to make that round again, because when they're flat, the intonation gets off. The flatter it gets, the farther forward the note is creeping. The guitar won't play in tune then. So once they're re-crowned, then we deal with dressing the ends to make them nice and smooth, nothing sharp to cut your fingers. Then they get dressed with varying grits of sandpaper down to steel wool. So now what you're left with, going from the 55 thousandths we started with, we maybe took off 3 or 4 thousandths to get it level again, so we still have a much higher than vintage fret. There's plenty of life left in it, and it was much less intrusive than doing the second refret on it. So that's how we take a Gibson and resurrect them.